Alrighty, good morning, everybody. Good morning. How's everyone doing? I hope you're doing alright. Hope you're doing better than me, to be quite honest. Although I'm hoping that today will be a day where we can bounce back and have a good day and hopefully forget about a bunch of this nonsense because it's been very stressful. Let's put it that way, okay? Let's put it that way. Alright? How's everyone doing? Today is Wednesday, the 11th of November, 2020. And I thank you very much for joining me on this lovely morning. This lovely autumn morning. In fact, hold on a second, because I forgot to open my blinds. Oops. Ooh, excuse me. There we go. Nice autumn weather here in Washington this morning, and I am pleased that it will be another cool day for me to do a full day of new release streaming for you guys, okay? So, everyone, welcome to the stream. Obviously, we've got a hell of a lot to talk about if you've been following everything going on with me overnight. It has not been a very good 24 hours. Let's just put it that way. Okay? It's just absolutely ridiculous. I don't even know where to start. All right, here's where I'll start. Let me tell you guys about what the schedule is for the next few days. All right? Let's just get that out of the way so you guys know what to expect the next few days on the streams. That's guaranteed to happen. And then we'll talk about extenuating circumstances and things that may change and what's going on right now with me. Okay? So, schedule. Today, Yakuza 7 Like a Dragon on this early stream. I'm doing a full stream of it. Last time around, last night when we played it, I only got 2 hours in. And it was basically just... It was just a story. Now, by the way, that story was very interesting. I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to more of it. But there was almost no gameplay whatsoever. That is pretty standard, though, for Yakuza. Yakuza really just takes a while to build and then get into the meat of the game. So today, playing another 3.5, 4 hours or so that we're going to be playing, gotta see what happens. Hopefully the game gets into the meat of the combat. Maybe we'll have a full party of people with different abilities and the like. We'll understand how the job system will work in this game. Okay? I'm very curious to see what happens here. All right, we're going to find out. So it's going to be a fun stream. I'm looking forward to this. I hope you guys are too, especially those of you who are excited for the continuing new releases. All right. Later tonight, the late stream, around 6:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, is going to be Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Okay? AC Valhalla. And if the game continues with the plot the way that it ended yesterday's stream, I think it's going to be an enjoyable game. Because two things happened critical that were very important yesterday. The assassins are actually in the game, which they weren't even in the last one. They're in this one. And you got the Hidden Blade, meaning that all the classic assassinations that we love from the Assassin's Creed franchise are going to be in the game. So, I feel this is going to be a fun playthrough now that we've gotten through the intro segment. Because the combat was very clunky yesterday. But I get the feeling that that combat is only, you know, the early game combat. Now that we have the assassinations and everything, we should be good to go. It should actually improve, I feel. So, that's the late stream later tonight. Okay? Tomorrow, I'm going to leave it in your hands. What I'm going to do over the course of today is I'm going to take your feedback. Tomorrow's going to be another full release day. And you guys get to determine the order of games. Do you want to see more Assassin's Creed Valhalla? Or do you want to see Yakuza 7 first? And the reason I ask is because on Friday, we're going to take a break from both games. So, let's see today how you guys like the streams. And you guys judge what happens based on, you know, gameplay today. If you want more Yakuza, that'll be the early stream tomorrow. If you want more Assassin's Creed, that'll be the early stream tomorrow. So, I'm going to be taking your input on all of that, okay? PW Dubs is not banned, and people should stop trying to cause drama in the stream chat right fucking now and pay attention to what I'm saying. It's that simple. I'm telling you important stuff, listen up. Stop trying to cause drama. Nothing happened to PW Dubs. I don't want to hear you guys trying to make shit up today. Trust me, we got enough bullshit and drama going on. Stop fabricating shit. Okay? Alright. So, that's the deal. Today, Yakuza and Assassin's Creed. Tomorrow, another full day of both games, but what will it be? Depends on you. What you guys want to see. So let's see. I want your opinions over the course of the day. I'll keep bringing this up. What do you guys want to see tomorrow? More Yakuza or more Assassin's Creed? And we'll go from there. Okay? Then on Friday, It's going to actually be a full day of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. I liked the beta so much that I want to play this all day long. Now, my intention is to play the multiplayer on the first stream and then possibly try out the campaign on the late stream. But we all know what happens with competitive first-person shooters on launch day. Typically, there's a lot of problems. Typically, the servers aren't great. Sometimes they don't work properly. They crash or whatever. So, what I'm hoping for is that things will work. And if they do, that's what I want to do. But if, sadly, the servers are messed up, then we could easily just do single-player content on the first stream, and maybe the late stream will be multiplayer, all right? So let's see what happens and go from there. I'm not going to guarantee because I can't. It's really dependent on them and if they can make their game hold up or not. All right, so that's going to be Friday. Then, over the weekend, it's going to be covered to the same 3 games, all right? It's going to be Yakuza, Assassin's Creed, and Black Ops Cold War in balance, basically kind of rotating the streams around. And I'm not going to get ahead of myself here. I'm not going to tell you guys exactly what I'm playing yet or anything like that. I think that would be kind of silly. Let's wait. Let's see how the coverage goes of the games, how you guys like the games, and we'll go from there. All right, fair enough? All right, so that's the weekend. All right, and hopefully it's a good one. Hopefully you guys will join me for all the coverage of all the new releases and everything, and it should be a great weekend. All right, now let's talk about the PlayStation 5. Let's talk about what happened. Yes, I've been screwed, and I want to tell you guys the full story in depth so you know exactly what's going on here. All right, and understand why I can't cover it at launch. At least it's looking like I'm not going to be able to. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, but chances are the answer is no. So let's explain. I pre-ordered the PlayStation 5 along with many of you on a stream on September 16th, 2020. We were playing Batman Arkham City, on that late stream. And as we were playing it, I was provided with a link, which people were saying, this is the link to pre-order PS5, go, go, go. So we all did it, and it was me and a bunch of people who all pre-ordered. I mean, Turtle Dudes, Spartan King, among many other people. I believe it was about a dozen or more people. We all pre-ordered our PS5s exactly the same time via this link, okay? Now, when this happened, I had all of my default Amazon stuff set up, my default payment method, my everything set to defaults, okay? My default payment method for Amazon was my PayPal debit card, meaning my PayPal account where I take tips in and everything. And you know, back in September, I was paying for everything with my PayPal card. You know, all the tips that came in was what was paying for the cost of games and everything, and I had foreseen this would be no problem at all. This is going to be how I'm going to pay for it, okay? This was 2 months ago, though, and a lot has changed in 2 months, as I'm about to explain to you guys, all right? So, my pre-order sat there, said it looked good, everything was fine, and over the course of the last 2 months, a lot of things changed. Sadly, I had a lot of troll activities on the stream. Someone or multiple people, I don't know, but basically false tips coming in under varied names. Sometimes it was impersonating other stream chatters and regulars. Sometimes it was just insulting names. But basically, someone found a way to break the law, purchase a bunch of stolen credit card numbers over the internet. All right? Send me a ton of fake tips. $100 tips, $500 tips, $1,000 tips. And they're all stolen credit cards that did this. Express checkout via PayPal. So when they did all this, all right, what it did is it overinflated my income. Now, I didn't know what tip's real, what tip isn't. Whenever a big tip, a giant tip came in, and it was unverified, is this a stream chatter or not? Usually I would just refund it right away. But I didn't really catch on to this happening until I'd say the first to second week of October. I kind of caught on that this was happening, and I realized I was going to get a ton of chargebacks against my account. So when these started coming in, I just started refunding them all, and I turned off the on-screen notifications for tips. Reason being, this person was saying absolutely vile, disgusting things. It's obvious this person is mentally ill. That number one, they think that it would be okay to constantly break the law and use stolen credit card numbers. This is multiple counts of fraud over the internet. Huge crime. If this person's ever get caught, they're going to jail for a very long time. But they were also saying absolutely disgusting things about myself and my family in the messages that would pop up when they tipped. Okay? So that's why you guys might have noticed for the last month, there's no pop-up messages for tips anymore. I had to turn it off so that if this person continues to do so, which they did, they wouldn't get any attention for it. All right. So what happened was, for about a month and a half, this person did this on and off. All right. And finally, I got wise to it. And so when these fake tips started coming in, I would just immediately refund them, and basically it stopped negatively affecting the streams. You know, if you notice, look at the last 3 weeks or so or more of content, we haven't seen anything negative happen as a result of this anymore. Okay? So that's the good news. The bad news is, since this person had been doing this behind the scenes for about a month and a half to 2 months, and I wasn't aware of it until early October, last month I started getting systematically hit with chargeback after chargeback after chargeback against my PayPal account. This screws up my PayPal account. It makes it so that sometimes I'm constantly in the red. It makes it that there's all kinds of disputes that are locked up. And essentially, it makes that PayPal account unusable. All right? It makes it that this thing is completely screwed up for a long time. It's going to take me a long time to get that PayPal account fixed. Okay? Now, the good news is, all right, you know, in regards to everything else going on, everything's fine. I just want you guys to understand that my PayPal account is okay. I can use it and everything. But essentially what happened was, this was an account that used to always have a ton of funds in it. All right. And now it doesn't. All right. This is an account that used to have a lot of funds in it. And I could, on a daily basis, use this to buy games, buy supplies. All right. You see what I'm saying? Like, I could get all of that from the PayPal account. But because this PayPal account was constantly getting hit by chargebacks, disputes, etc., I couldn't do that anymore. So what I ended up doing the last month is I stopped using that PayPal account to pay for stuff. If I did get any funds that were in it, I would transfer them to my bank account, and I started using my bank account to pay for everything. Okay? So, that's what's happened in the last month. Okay? Now you might be saying, what the hell did Phil just tell me about all that for? What does that have to do with the PlayStation 5 pre-order? Well, it's very pertinent. All right? And here's why it's very pertinent. I've been checking my PlayStation 5 pre-order daily. A daily basis, I've been checking this thing, okay, to make sure that it's in there, it's secured, it's locked, it's working. I want to be sure that I'm going to get this thing on delivery day, okay? And, you know, everything showing in the system was saying, yes, it's still there, everything's fine, you know what I mean? And so I'm like, okay, as long as this stays on pace or whatever, hopefully this is good. I'm going to get my PlayStation 5. And, you know, we've all been looking at this together, right? We've all been looking at this together and hoping for the best, right? And, you know, we don't know what's going to happen. Basically, you know, Amazon pre-orders can be really weird, all right? Amazon pre-orders, they don't charge you until the unit is ready to ship. And they basically are, it's really weird the way Amazon pre-orders work, all right? Other places when you pre-order, they basically, they charge you up front, okay? And then after the fact, they'll ship it. Amazon doesn't do that. What Amazon does is they charge you when it's ready to ship, which is very odd. I had the money for the PlayStation 5 in September, ready to go. And I fucking really wish that Amazon had charged me for this in September. But they didn't. A lot of other people did get charged in September from other businesses, whether it's Best Buy, Target, Walmart, GameStop. They got charged, and therefore their PlayStation 5 orders were basically kind of locked in. That didn't happen to me. Okay? Sadly, it was just sat in limbo and said, okay, eventually it's going to charge or whatever. All right. So, by the way, let me see something here. Let me see something here. Okay, let me continue my story because I need to talk publicly in a minute about something. Okay. Anyway, so, So, my PS5 pre-order was locked and supposedly was going to work, all right? Last night, I'm sitting here on stream, and people say, hey, Phil, our Amazon pre-orders are starting to be billed now. Like, we're actually getting charged for the PlayStation 5. Can you check and see if yours is? Okay. I'm like, oh, all right, let me go check. So I looked and checked, and I had not been billed yet. So I was like, okay, I'm not billed yet. Fair enough. But I checked, and when I checked, I wanted to double check everything. I wanted to make sure this order was good to go, that the shipping method was still marked as 2-day shipping, or, you know, as quickly shipping method. And when I looked at that, I said, oh, wow, wait a minute. It was kind of a revelation. I was like, the billing method that I've got to pay for this PlayStation 5 is my PayPal debit card. Because remember, when I had pre-ordered it 2 months ago, things were very different. I had not received a ridiculous amount of chargebacks or anything. Okay? Instead, it was actually the opposite situation. It was that I had tons of funds available in my PayPal account all the time, and I had intended to pay for the PlayStation 5 with my PayPal account at that time. Okay? The other thing is, in the last couple of months, I had actually updated my default payment method in Amazon to be my bank account, or my debit card for my bank account. So I was under the impression that when you change your payment method, default payment method on Amazon, excuse me, that if you had anything ordered, it would order from that method. In fact, I could tell you guys, I ordered something 2 weeks ago. Well, it was a week ago, actually. And they billed to the default payment method, which was my bank account. So, new orders, that's the case. Sadly, all right, that's not the case. Because here's what happens when you pre-order something on Amazon. I hope you all learned something from this, because I didn't know this, and this is what has screwed me over. When you pre-order something on Amazon, the payment method locks into whatever the default payment method was when you pre-ordered it. All right? Even if you change things. Excuse me. Even if you change things. All right? In the system to change the default payment method, your pre-order is locked into the payment method that was the default when you created it. All right? That's not good. That means you can change all your data in the system, and the data tries to charge an outdated credit card. For example, what if I had pre-ordered something on Amazon a year in advance, you know, something, a collectible, a DVD set, hell, you know, a lot of things have pre-order availability. If you had a different payment method and you don't change it specifically in the order will not work. When it goes to process, it'll say, oh, your payment method's outdated or decline, put in a new payment method, all right? So I checked this last night, and I was like, oh, crap. This is wrong. You know what I mean? This is not good. I need to change this, because it says the PayPal debit card, and there is not enough money in my PayPal account to pay for the PlayStation 5. I have to update this immediately. So I did last night, live on stream. I updated it to be my debit card for my bank account. Okay? And when I did that, absolutely nothing happened at all to my 3D Pulse headset order. It still says, arriving tomorrow by 10 p.m., it'll be processed and shipped, and everything's fine. Okay? So then I do it for the PlayStation 5, and it says, your PlayStation 5 order is now going to arrive on Monday. What? What does that mean? What? Wait, what? Now let's think about this. Okay? I didn't cancel my order. I didn't change the shipment method of my order. I just changed the payment method of my order. And it says now it's no longer coming on Thursday, it's coming on Monday. What? And here's the real question. Why did it change it only for the PlayStation 5 and not for the Pulse headset? I did the same thing for both items, right? I did. So I don't understand why this happened, okay? So that being said, I was nervous. I was like, what the hell's going on here? Now, overnight, people have told me, Phil, guess what? I'm someone, you know, Sir Spartan King's one of them, and Turtle Dude is one of them. They said, we're people who actually pre-ordered our PlayStation 5s, and we ordered them the same time you did, via your stream. We all collectively clicked on the same link on that Batman Arkham City stream, and we all pre-ordered at exactly the same time. They've told me they have now been charged for the PlayStation 5, And in the system, it's showing that their consoles either are preparing for shipment or already have shipped or have a shipping label generated. They're good to go. They're getting theirs tomorrow. Okay? I wake up this morning, I check, nothing's updated. It still says I'm getting the PlayStation 5 on Monday. So I go crazy trying to find a way to contact Amazon customer service. Everything on their website is automated. Talk to a bot. The bot won't help you. All the bot will do is cancel your order. That's it. I can't even find a method by which to contact them. You know, I can't find anything. I'm like, I don't know what to do here. How am I, and luckily, and I want to say shout out to the person. I don't want to publicly say who they are just in case, but shout out to the person who this morning actually provided me with the link that you can click on. And that link allowed me to contact Amazon via phone. All right. So I contacted them via the phone this morning. And first I explained the situation to the first person. They said, I have no idea how to help you. I'm going to transfer you to someone else. Okay. Then they put me in contact with the second person. The second person basically said, okay, I'm going to do everything I can in my power to help you. So first thing they tried to do was actually figure out the delivery date. And when they looked into it, they said, well, the way that Amazon pre-orders work is that even though you're seeing a date in the system, that's not the guaranteed date. There is no guaranteed date for pre-orders at all. Even though there's a pre-order guarantee, until you're actually charged for your order, there's no guarantee on delivery at all. So Amazon actually has this process. Just think about this. They have a process, it's called a pre-order guarantee. That if you pre-order an item, you're guaranteed to get it on release day. But it actually isn't. It's a lie. Because I was outright told on the phone, we don't legally guarantee you anything until your order charges. Once your order charges, now you have a guaranteed delivery date. And if we don't live up to that, then we're basically liable for compensation. So their actual process is a lie. They don't have any pre-order guarantee at all. They just say, oh, well, that's just an estimate, and therefore we're not actually legally liable on anything because it was just an estimate to begin with. Okay? So that was kind of interesting that they kind of fessed up to that to me in the call. All right. So then they said, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to try to figure out what happened here. And the person said, the best thing I can tell you is that you might still get it because you're showing in the system as a Amazon Prime customer. It shows that you ordered on September 16th. By changing my payment method, yes, it delayed the system's ability to charge me. But that doesn't mean that it will delay my delivery of the item. It just means that it delayed the charge. So when the unit actually does charge, there's definitely a chance I'll still get it tomorrow. Even though the system says Monday, that's a way for the system to kind of pad itself and not promise like I've been telling you guys on streams. You under-promise and you over-deliver, right? Under-promise, over-deliver. So Amazon is under-promising. Even though I may get the PlayStation 5 tomorrow, they don't want to promise that. They want to say, oh, it's coming on Monday. Okay? So, because I changed my payment method, the actual charging for the system and shipment of the system was delayed, but it doesn't mean that I'm not necessarily getting it tomorrow. It just means that it's definitely going to be processed a little bit later. Okay? When? They can't tell me. Because that's what I said. I said, well, can you guarantee me that this will be charged and processed and shipped today or tomorrow? And they said, no, we don't control that at all. Customer service has zero control over that. That's our logistics center that does that. You know, they handle that, not us. And I said, well, is there a way that you could force the order? Could you actually charge me now for the order? And maybe that would do something in your system and kick it to the shipment team and they would prepare the shipment and everything. Okay? Excuse me. So, they looked into that. They put me on hold for a very long time. They came back and said, we spoke with our card processing team. The answer is no. They can't do that. That pre-order, if it was a regular order, yes. Pre-orders, no, they can't do that. If this were a standard order, they actually could have forced the order, but they can't do that with a pre-order because pre-orders are dependent on stock in the warehouse, not dependent on them pushing an order to prompt the stock in the warehouse to move. It's actually the warehouse that determines the charge. Okay? So they couldn't help me in that regard. And I said, well, then what do I do next? I need to know when I'm getting my PlayStation 5. So the guy said, I'm going to transfer you to a supervisor because a supervisor either has the ability to actually see stock and maybe see if you're actually going to get it or not, or they may be able to further compensate you. Okay? All right, fine. So I get transferred to a supervisor. All right? And I talk to a supervisor, and we have a very lengthy conversation. And what I want to say, and I do want to be as honest and upfront with everyone as possible here, I do feel that Amazon is trying to do the right thing. Okay? I do feel that Amazon is trying to make this right, and they did as much as they absolutely could. Okay? I do not fault anyone that I talked to Amazon today. They don't make the system. All right? They have nothing to do with the automated system. They have nothing to do with having a payment method being changed, bumping my delivery till next week. They have nothing to do with it at all. They're just trying to help. They did everything they possibly could to help me. I was on the phone for an hour, and they really wanted to help me. They couldn't. All right? It's not within the power of the customer service team at Amazon to fix this. They tried everything. They talked to multiple different departments and everything. And basically, by the time that I was done with the call, all right, they were like, I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do to help you, but we're hoping that it will still process either today or tomorrow, and you'll get it on Thursday. If not, according to our system, you should get it on Monday. All right? Now, I explained to them the situation. I said, you have to understand, I'm a live streamer, and I am now going to potentially lose out on an entire weekend of coverage of the PlayStation 5. People are telling me that if I don't cover it on launch day, they're going to go elsewhere to watch other people cover it. That is a giant blow for my business. We're talking potentially losing thousands of views and potentially losing lots of money. All right, just being honest. You guys were geared up and ready to watch me cover the launch of the PlayStation 5. And this is now potentially going to hurt my business in a very, very big way. Because people are now going to say, well, if Phil doesn't get this on launch day, I'm going to go watch someone else, right? Let's be honest here. That's what people told me that outright in the chat yesterday, overnight on Twitter. They're saying, that's what I'm going to do, Phil. Sorry, I was going to support you, but since you can't get it on launch day, I'm just going to go somewhere else. That's not good. That's not my fault that this is happening, and now my business is being negatively affected. So, after explaining the situation to Amazon, first they tried to weasel out of it. I'm being honest here. They did. They tried to weasel out of it. And they're like, yeah, but you got to understand as a customer that we don't promise a release date. I said, I don't care. I don't care what you promise or what you don't. Your system is what screwed up here, not me. I did not authorize that you bump my pre-order just because I changed my payment method. I mean, it doesn't even make sense. I had an outdated payment method in the system. I want to be sure my order processes properly. So I give you correct information to bill me and you punish me for it. That is not the way to treat a customer, especially someone like me who's been a long-time Amazon Prime customer, someone who relies on Amazon to give accurate delivery on items for my business all the time. And I have to now go, and I explained this to them. I said, I have to now go on stream today. And I have to explain to my audience of hundreds of people, and of course, once this pre-stream gets ripped and posted all over the internet, thousands of people will hear about it. They're going to want to know what happened. Why didn't I get my PS5? I need to know what to tell them, and I need to have a resolution. Not that you guys just blow it off, because that's going to make you look bad. So, the guy basically said, all right, I'm going to give you some Amazon credit. And he did. It's not a lot. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's not a lot. He gave me some Amazon credit. And I said, well, thank you. At least I appreciate that, because at least that means you're doing what you can within your power as a customer service supervisor to try to help, And like I said, I can't say a negative thing. They really tried to help me. They couldn't. They were on the phone for an hour trying to help me. I'm sure they had better things to do. They couldn't. And then when they couldn't help, they went the extra mile. And, they gave me some credit. All right? So, that's nice that they did that. All right? And I appreciate that they did that. I do. And I'm hoping that the best, that turns out the best, And here's the problem is it might not. Tomorrow, I might get no update at all. And I even said to them, I said, tomorrow, if I don't get an update, if this thing doesn't if this thing doesn't process, doesn't charge my payment, what do I do? And they said, there's nothing we can do. If you call us, we can't help you. We're at the limitations of our system just like you. It sucks that this happened. You know, we're compensating you with a little bit of Amazon credit to say sorry, but there's nothing else we can do. So I'm screwed. Basically, here's the situation. There's no guarantee if I'm getting my PlayStation 5 tomorrow or not. I'm going to go as far as say I'm not. I can't imagine a system that is saying I'm getting this on Monday is going to update and say that I'm getting it tomorrow. I just don't believe that. I believe what's going to happen, excuse me. I believe what's going to happen is it's not going to process. What probably will happen is they'll probably give me the headset, because the headset says it's still coming tomorrow, the 3D Pulse headset. So I bet they will probably charge that either today or tomorrow, and that will get ready for shipment, and I'll probably get the headset tomorrow. Not that it'll be of any value to me, because it doesn't work with anything but, you know, the PlayStation 5. So I will have a worthless headset tomorrow, but I don't think that I'm going to get the PlayStation 5 tomorrow. It says Monday. I believe Monday or later. And here's the other thing. You guys know me. I've been around the block. I'm a very skeptical person. And I am very skeptical that I'm even getting the PlayStation 5 on Monday. And you might say, well, why? I'll tell you why. Because a lot of people have this issue and are posting up on Twitter about it. If you search PlayStation 5 Monday, a lot of people are saying this happened to them as well. And to me, what this sounds like is for people who had an issue with their PlayStation 5 pre-order, whether maybe their payment got declined, right? Amazon by default bumped everyone with a default message saying it's coming on Monday, but I get the feeling it's not. I get the feeling this is a default system message, and what'll actually happen is they'll attempt to recharge me for this possibly over the weekend or Monday, and when they do, it'll actually update with a delivery date, or come Monday, if it doesn't charge me, it'll update and say, oh, it's not available. You have to wait until such and such a date to get it. All right? So I really don't feel that I'm getting the PlayStation 5 tomorrow at all. I'm not that I'm playing the odds here, but I'm trying to be a realist. And being a realist here, I don't foresee it happening. I think that at the earliest, I will get this on Monday. All right? And if I do get it on Monday, great. That would be very good. All right? That would mean that I'm able to cover it on Monday. And that would mean on Monday I would start doing things like Demon Souls. Well, first I would do the unboxing then. I would hook it up then. All that, all the stuff that I was planning on doing tomorrow, I would do on Monday. All right? But I don't think it's going to happen. I'm just being a realist here. All right, guys? So, essentially, all I can say is, I'm sorry. I really am. I'm stressed out to the max at this point. I'm serious. Like, I am. This is basically next to worst case scenario. Next to worst case scenario. It's not worst case scenario, but it's next to worst case scenario. Where I went out of my way 2 months ago to pre-order this thing as soon as I could. I had it locked in for months. And because of the way the Amazon system works, that does not logically make sense. And it certainly does not benefit a customer in any way, shape, or form. I got screwed over. Because of the amazing amount of chargebacks that I got screwed over. Because if you really want to look at the root cause of the situation, because I know this sounds weird, but I used to do this for a living. I did root cause analysis because I was part of continuous improvement, achieving competitive excellence, ACE, at the company I used to work for, the helicopter company. And when you see a situation like this, you took it the whole process from start to finish. You say, what is the real root cause of the problem? All right. Well, the problem didn't originate in September. When I locked in this pre-order in September, everything was good. The payment method was correct because I had funds in my PayPal at the time. There was no issue, right? You can look at the end of the process, and you could say, well, it was Phil's changing of his pre-order method, or excuse me, payment method for his pre-order that prompted Amazon's system to bump his delivery date. So it's Phil's fault, all right? What you really need to look at is the root cause, okay? Why did I have to change my payment method? Well, I explained that to you right now in this pre-stream. Because a malicious piece of garbage fucked me over the last 2 months with a ridiculous amount of fake tips using stolen credit cards, and decided to then charge them all. Well, didn't decide to charge them all back, but knew they would all be charged back. All right? That's what happened. If it weren't for this person breaking the law, the amount of times they did, and I'm talking, this is probably about 100 times, 100 fake tips I received over the course of about a month and a half to 2 months, with stolen credit cards, none of this would have happened. The payment method still would have been all right. The order would have been processed fine, and I would have had my PlayStation 5 tomorrow. The only reason I had to change my payment method was because that person broke the law to send me fake tips with stolen credit card over the past 2 months. That is the root cause analysis. All right? So, once again, I get fucked because people think it's okay to fuck with me over the internet. And ladies and gentlemen, I've had it. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be very honest and transparent with all of you right now. I am overwhelmed at this point. Okay? I am. Last night, I felt incredibly depressed because I said it happened again. It's another situation where my life, my business is being massively negatively affected by people who I don't know, by people who I don't understand why they hate me, why people want to hurt me on a daily basis. This goes beyond, oh, I want to troll Phil by making a video making fun of him. This is actual calculated malice. This is a targeted attack against myself, my business, my livelihood. Because I cannot cover the PlayStation 5 at launch, I am going to lose a lot of revenue that I should have earned this weekend. And now I don't even know if I'm getting the PlayStation 5. And it's this, whoever this person is, I don't know who it is. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. It'd be one thing, wow, this is someone who felt really hurt in the past. You know, he really screwed this person over, and now they've got a vendetta against him. I don't know who these people are. I don't know what I could have possibly done to hurt someone so much, just being someone who got on a stream or turned on a camera and talked out of his butt, being silly and playing video games for 12 years. I don't understand how anything that I've done in the last 12 years can constitute the heinous actions that are happening now to me on a daily basis. I just don't get it. Okay? I just don't understand it. At all. I don't know what to do. And the thing is, this is like, it keeps happening. It keeps piling. It keeps compiling over and over. And it's like, whenever I feel like I've gotten past the one hurdle, here comes the next. The next person who for some reason hates me and wants to actually concretely destroy my life, right? Just think of all the things that have happened. And just this year, people actually trying to ruin my bankruptcy filing, right? Like, that goes beyond, oh, I don't like Phil and his streams. I want to actually ruin his life. And you have people calling into my bankruptcy call, impersonating a creditor, thinking it's funny, even though impersonation is a crime. And now we've got someone who actively is issuing false DMCA claims against my channel on Twitch, breaking the law. Someone who is purchasing stolen credit card numbers on the internet, on the dark web, essentially breaking the law. Just the purchase of a credit card number is illegal. Using that credit card number is illegal. These is crime upon crime upon crime. Because some people are like, well, Phil, this whole thing could be solved if you just didn't use PayPal. PayPal's too lax and they don't really fix stuff in regards to chargebacks. You should use Venmo. No. There is no payment processing service that protects you from credit card fraud. None. Venmo is exactly the same. If you get a tip or a contribution via Venmo and someone uses a stolen credit card, it could still get charged back. There's actually no way. There's no way for this to be solved besides me just saying, I am not going to accept tips anymore. Okay? So what it would have to be is me completely switching over from a model where I accept cheers, subs, and tips and saying I'm no longer going to accept tips at all anymore. It's just going to be cheers and subs and that's it. And I can tell you right now, that would not, that certainly would not go well with a lot of people. First of all, everyone knows bits are expensive, right? Amazon makes a lot of money on the sale of bits. Subs, half the revenue goes to Twitch. I'm okay with that, by the way. I'm totally okay with Amazon Twitch making money on my streams because they provide a free service for me, a free avenue for me to give my content to the world. But at this very same time, people have become accustomed to tipping. With the whole vest streak this year was all tips, and people were used to the vest streak, right? They were used to that. They liked that. You see? So for me to completely cut tips out of the equation, not only, number one, is that going to stab me in the foot because I know there's going to be people who are like, well, I just like to tip and I don't want to give Amazon a cut of anything, so I'm not going to contribute. But also, there's the fact that tips I get immediately. When you guys tip me, I can use that for something right away. No exaggeration. Every week, I use your tips to buy groceries, to pay for a meal out with my wife, to do things like pay my dues, and stuff like basically things that come up every week that are like, or buy a new game. That's all the tips that pays for that. So it's become a part of my business model. And if I were to say completely, I'm cutting tips out of the equation, I'm not going to accept tips anymore, okay? I would essentially have to have a month of a blanket amount of money to say, okay, I have enough money that for the month, it's not a big deal that I'm not getting those tips immediately. I've somehow made an extra amount of money for a month, enough to say, okay, that's a blanket. So now that I'm not going to be getting tips anymore and I have to wait, say, a month to get any positive benefit from bits or subs, it's okay. I'll make it, right? That's a problem. How do I make an extra month's worth of revenue out of nowhere so that I can no longer accept tips, right? I don't know. I just don't, I don't know what to do. This is a situation where there is someone actively out there who apparently really hates me. There's no justification for it because I don't know who they are. This is not someone who I've personally hurt. This is just someone who has a messed up brain and they need help. They actually need to seek medical attention because they are committing crime after crime after crime against me and against other people whose credit card numbers they're purchasing that are stolen. They have somehow in their messed up brain justified that this is okay and this is perfectly acceptable. Okay? And this is not good because I don't know how to stop a criminal from constantly hurting me in my business. Okay? This is the root cause of the problem, this criminal, because before this person appeared doing heinous things to myself and my business, I was fine. And again, this would not have happened at all. This would have been an avoidable process, an avoidable situation, and I would have been fine because it would have just charged to the PayPal account and I would have been fine. But I don't have money in the PayPal account because this guy screwed me over with so many false tips and chargebacks. Okay? So I don't even know what to say anymore. Like, I actually don't even know what to say anymore at all. I don't know what to tell you guys about the future because it seems like I am at the whim of this person if I keep accepting tips. All right? But I can't not accept tips because I would need to build up about a month's worth of income to pay for the daily shit. You know what I mean? In order to turn off tips and say, okay, everyone, please just contribute via cheering and subbing. So I don't know what to do. I'm at an impasse. I'm like, I'm weighing and balancing my options. I don't see a way out of this situation. Okay? And of course, the know-it-alls in stream chat are suggesting things that don't work. So one of the suggestions here is you could have just transferred money from your bank account to your PayPal account. And then it would have been fine. All right, well, there's two things I have to say to that. First of all, that's wrong. You can't just do that. Can you transfer money from a bank account to a PayPal account? Yes. And you do it with your bank account, and it takes about 4 to 5 days. I know because I've done it in the last month. As I've told you guys, my PayPal account was screwed over and in the red, and I had to actually transfer money from my bank account to my PayPal account. I tried to use my debit card, which should be instant transfer, and guess what? It doesn't work. If you try to use a debit card to transfer money from your bank account to your PayPal account, it says there's a limit on what you can do. And for example, my account was, I'm not exaggerating, over $1,000 in the red, my PayPal account. I tried to transfer money from my debit card, and it would only allow me to transfer like $200. That was it. It wouldn't actually let me get my account back into the black for some reason. I don't know what the reason is, but there's a limitation on what they allow. So then I had to tell my bank account, manually transfer through a bank transfer to the PayPal account, and it took 6 days because it's supposed to be 3 to 5 business days. They don't include weekends, so it takes 6 days to transfer. So there was no way, all right? There was absolutely no way to get that transferred over. I looked into it. I've tried it over the last month. It doesn't work. You may think so. You're wrong. I know, because I didn't want my PayPal account sitting in the red for 7 days, and it has been, or was, because I couldn't get my money to transfer any faster. There's just no way to do it. Okay? So I absolutely had to change the payment method. There was no way to do this any different. Okay? Anyone in the stream chat saying otherwise, you're wrong. I don't care about your particular situation where you probably transferred over $10 and it worked. It doesn't work like that for big amounts. I'm telling you, I tried it last month. I was over $1,000 in the red. I said, I have the money in my bank account. Let me get that back to the black. And I tried to do it with the debit, and it let me transfer. If I remember correctly, it was like $170. And then it said that's all it would do. It then, once you do that, it removes the ability to transfer money with your debit card anymore. It actually just completely removes it from your PayPal account, and the only option to transfer money is via your bank account directly, which is a 3 to 5 business day transaction. So you're wrong, and I don't want to hear anyone otherwise. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Okay? So the situation is, there's no way I could have fixed this. There was no way to fix the situation, because this is directly created by someone who hurt me concretely over the last few months with these false tips and chargebacks, committing fraud after fraud, basically racking up crime after crime. Someone who has something wrong in their head, because if they, in their right mind, thought about this and realized how badly they could go to jail for this, they wouldn't do it. There's ways to troll me that don't put yourself in legal jeopardy like this guy has done. Or gal, who knows? I don't know who this person is. Again, this is someone who I don't know, who has gone out of their way to hurt me. And I can't imagine who would be so irked, right, to act like that. I don't know what to do. The only way I could see myself getting out of this situation is somehow raising a ginormous amount of money, like a month's worth of revenue, in a very short window, so that then I can say, okay, I have the extra revenue, I'm good, I'd shut off my PayPal, and now everyone, if you want to contribute, cheer and sub. And that's it. And now I have enough money to cover me for the month for weekly groceries, cost of games and everything. How's that going to happen? How am I magically going to get this money? Yeah, sure, maybe if I didn't declare bankruptcy this year, I could have went out and got a business loan, and I would have been able to do that. I am not in a situation where this is going to happen, all right? So this really sucks, all right? And what's hilarious is, you should keep a float in your PayPal account. A lot of streamers keep $1,000 of money in there for things like this. The person who did these false tips and chargebacks in one day sent $2,000. Okay, that's one day. Over the course of a week, it was, I believe, over $4,000. But I was just instantly sending those back to them. Right? This would not help. What you're suggesting would not help. At all. All right? I know you're trying to help. I've already worked these avenues. It doesn't work. There's nothing that can be done, because if someone is willing to actively break the law like this, to this capacity, on a daily basis, there is no defense against it. And unless somehow the authorities get involved, which I can't do, I can't get the authorities involved here. This would have to be on the credit card companies for which the fraud is being committed, right? Unless they contact the authorities to have an investigation happen, I'm powerless. This is one of the giant shortfalls of being a live streamer for a living. And I don't know what to do to get out of it. All right? This sucks. So now my business is massively negatively affected this weekend because I'm not getting my PlayStation 5 on launch day like I should have. I'm being punished for doing nothing because someone out there hates me and has actively tried to ruin my life. And I don't know who they are. It's pretty screwed up, isn't it? Right? So that's the situation. That's why when I just told you, guys that the schedule is today, Yakuza and Assassin's Creed. Tomorrow, whatever you guys want. If you want Assassin's Creed or you want Yakuza first, we'll do that. And Friday will be Black Ops Cold War. And then probably the rest of the weekend will just be, whatever, the new releases. If I get the PlayStation 5 on Monday, great. We'll cover it. I'll unbox it. I know I'm not going to get anywhere near the amount of attention or viewership that people would have given me tomorrow because it's already 4 days late. And you probably went somewhere else to watch an unboxing. You probably went somewhere else to watch the premiere of all those games. And you don't care anymore. I'll still do it. But it's kind of hard to get excited about it knowing that I'm super late because I got screwed over by someone like this. All right? And, last night I was in a bad place. Last night my mood was off the whole night. I feel bad because my poor wife saw how I was really upset that this happened. And I was very depressed. Luckily, I slept it off and I woke up today. And even though I'm still upset, I'm not depressed about it anymore. But I'm just worried about the future. Right? I am. I'm just totally worried about the future. What's going to happen with these fake tips and everything screwing me over, and I don't know what safeguards I could take because there don't appear to be any besides just shutting off tips completely. Okay? All right? That's the situation. So, here's my hope. My hope is thus. Even though this is happening, you guys are still going to tune into the streams and hang out with me on a daily basis to have fun with these new releases. I know I won't be playing PlayStation 5 at launch. I know that sucks. You guys were counting on that. You guys were hyped for it, just like me. And now it's not going to happen. And I'm sorry for that. I really, really, really am. I tried to do everything in my power to make this happen. And now I've had that taken away from me. Okay? And it is what it is. I could sit here and be depressed and negative about it constantly, and there's not much I could do about it, so why am I going to be like that? Right? I don't know. There's nothing I could do. It's like you move forward positively or else you just get defeated and you give up. I don't want to give up. I want to keep going. I love what I do for a living. You guys love these streams, obviously, or you wouldn't support them. I don't want to just say I throw in the towel because there's someone out there who's so messed up in the head that they would actually hurt me like this. Okay? So, it's that simple. Now, here's the thing. If this keeps happening, if this person keeps coming back and doing fake tips, I have to turn off my tips. So I'm going to forewarn you guys right now. I'm actually saying this up front. All right? If I start getting a tremendous amount of fake tips now, I have to turn off tips and there's nothing I can do. And that actually means I don't know how I'm going to pay for stuff. And I don't know what I'm going to do. I really don't know what I'm going to do. But there's no way I can keep going this way. All right? I can't have someone sending me $100, $500, $1,000 fake tips over and over and over, destroying my PayPal account. I just can't do it. I have to do something, So let's see what happens. But just so you guys know, that's just what's going to have to happen. Now, the thing is, if I can convert over to pure bits and subs, then I should be protected from all of this. But there's no guarantee that, there's no guarantee of anything. And like I said, I don't know how I would make it through the month. I really don't know how I would make it through the month. Just being honest here. Okay? So, it is what it is, I guess, right? We'll see what happens. What I want to say is, thank you guys for your support. No, this has nothing to do with any of you, right? Nothing. That you guys have been nothing but supportive through this whole endeavor, everything going on. You guys have been super duper supportive. And I appreciate that. And, you know, this is just a series of unfortunate events that have happened over a course of several months where I have no control over them. And it seems to me like I said, if someone wants to break the law to hurt me, they will get away with it, and there's nothing I can do about it. And I just need to find a way to keep pressing on. You know, like I said, I'm not going to give up. But I don't know what the avenue is going to be to continue doing what I'm doing at this point. All right? I don't know. So, let's see what happens. All right? Now, some people, again, other suggest, because there's a bunch of shout-outs I need to do here. Why don't you just get one tomorrow? There's no way to get one tomorrow. All right? The only stores that have them available is going to be like Walmart. And all they're going to do is there's going to have pre-order windows where you go online and you attempt to order while everyone else on the planet who didn't get one is trying to order. I am not going to be able to get one tomorrow. It's just not going to happen. That's like that's like a 0.000000001% chance that I would be able to get one from Walmart and then actually go to Walmart and pick it up. It's not going to happen. All right? This is like a lottery at this point. It's like going and buying a lotto ticket and hoping that you're going to win the lotto, man. You know? And I don't play the lotto anymore. Can't afford it. But it's just not going to happen. Okay? There's no other way to pre-order it. I'm shot. I just had to stick with my Amazon pre-order. I have to hope that I actually do get it via Amazon. And that's just what I got to do. Alright? How can you guys help? Well, show up to the streams this weekend. Hang out with me anyway, even though I can't cover the PS5. Support if you can. Alright? If obviously tips are preferred, as I've said. That's going to help me afford these new games coming out and everything. Even though it looks like I might not be buying them till Monday or later. But tips are preferred. But hey, any contribution method helps. That's really all you can do. I don't foresee anyone being able to reason with someone over the internet who has actively committed crime after crime after crime. I just don't see it happening. You know, so, and they're not physically selling PS5 consoles anywhere. They already announced there are no physical PS5 consoles being sold. You have to order them online. So it's not like I can just, tomorrow I could go to a bunch of stores in the morning, see if I can get one. No stores are selling them online because of COVID. You had to have pre-ordered online. You cannot get them in stores unless you have a pre-order. All right? So, it is what it is. Come, please, if you like this, if you like me, you like my content, sorry that I can't cover the PS5 this weekend. Come to the streams. Support the streams if you can this weekend. I'll be playing all new releases, Yakuza, Assassin's Creed, Black Ops Cold War, and we'll see what happens over the weekend. And if I get my PS5 on Monday, great. If not, I'm at the whim of whenever Amazon decides to deliver it. Amazon has done what they can in their power. Their system is automated and stupid and doesn't work properly. The fact that I got bumped to begin with doesn't make any sense. But it is what it is. Customer service reps, I can't get mad at. They don't control the system. The customer service rep actually gave me Amazon credit because he felt bad. You know? So, that's what I can say. That's it. That's the situation. Okay? It sucks. Alright? That's really all I have to say about it. So, thanks guys, and I guess we'll just get right to shoutouts. Okay? Golden Colts cheers. Remember the sacrifice made by those who fought in wars for our freedom. Our great nation could be destroyed without a war anyway. Yeah, it's pretty sad, isn't it? People who gave their ultimate all just so politicians and other shitheads could destroy everything, but luckily, hopefully things don't fall apart and get that bad in our country. I guess we're going to have to see what happens, but I'm not going to talk politics. Thanks for the cheers overnight, Golden Colts. Lunaba, tip me $11.11. It says, happy birthday, Skyrim. That is true. Today is November 11th, and it was actually 11/11/2011 when Skyrim came out. So, that's cool. And thanks for reminding us all, Lunaba, and thank you for the first tip of the day. I have something very important that I need to bring up in a moment, everyone. And so, please pay attention here. Horatio Rosalon did a 50-bit cheer. Thank you, Horatio. Okay? All right, so here's the important thing. All right? I need to talk to Phil Drastic right now in the stream chat. They are in the chat. All right? They are in the chat. So, Phil Drastic, if you were here in the stream chat, I need you to respond to me immediately. You're a brand new account. You've only been following me for 16 hours. All right? Phil Drastic, are you here on the stream? If you are here, tag me immediately. I know you're here. You're in the chat. Yes. Okay, they just answered. Yes. Phil Drastic, you tipped me $45, and you said hopefully orders aren't backed up too much, and you get the PS5 on time. Okay? Well, thank you, Phil Drastic. I appreciate that. You also tipped me last night. You tipped me $25 last night. Is this correct? I want to confirm this. Phil Drastic, are you in the chat? Can you confirm you tipped me $45 this morning, and you tipped me $25 last night? And please tag me with your answer so I can see you, because a lot of people are talking, but I did see you say you're here. I'm waiting for an answer. I don't have one yet. But I need confirmation. He says, yes, I tipped $45. Okay, Phil Drastic says he tipped $45. Now also, someone named Phil Drastic tipped me $25 last night. Can you confirm that that was also you, since it was the same name? I need confirmation before we can move on. Sorry, guys, this just has to happen. This is very important, and you're going to see why in a second. Still waiting on an answer from Phil Drastic if they tip me. No, I did not tip $25. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm glad you just told me that. Because that means that last night I got a fake tip. And that's why I'm asking. And the reason I'm asking, and because I'm not going to dox any information whatsoever, all right? The reason I'm asking this is because Phil Drastic's tips are showing up as the express checkout, which means no information, okay? But in this case, all right, in this case, the tip from last night and the tip from this morning actually show two different credit cards, all right? So that shows me that this is someone who was not the same person, okay? It's not. So I now know that that tip last night is fake, and I can refund it. And that's why I had to ask that question, okay? And obviously you guys are like, what the fuck? I know, right? Pretty crazy. This is the kind of shit that I have to now go through, okay? Now, Phil Drastic, I have another question for you, all right? Did you tip me again today under another name? Okay? I have to ask this question. Did you also tip me another time this morning under a different name? And I'm going to wait and see if he responds here. No. Phil Drastic says he did not tip me under a different name. Okay? All right. Give me a second here, everybody. Give me a second here, because I got to confirm something. Let's see here. Let's take a look at this. Okay. So, I gotta confirm this one more time. Phil Drastic, you were telling me that you tipped me $45 this morning, and you did not tip me another time. That's the only tip you've ever sent me was $45 this morning. I gotta confirm this, okay? I need the answer. Honest answer. Honesty's the best policy. Be honest with me. So I'm just double confirming this. I've only tipped 45 today, says Phil Drastic. Okay. All right. Thank you. Hold on a second. Shit. All right. So, Phil Drastic, you are now permanently banned from chat. You are the person who's been sending me fake tips. I just confirmed it. I appreciate you being honest because you're stupid. Because you lied. I have confirmation here that you sent me another tip under a different name because it has the same credit card attached to it. I'm not stupid. So you can go fuck yourself. I'm now going to refund all of this to make sure that I don't get charged back later. And, yeah, seriously, go fuck yourself. You are mentally ill. You need help. I'm talking directly to you now. You need help. You have something wrong in your head. All right? Like, you're actually screwed up in your head. And you need help. You can't go on acting like this. I don't know who you are. I have no idea who you are. And I don't know why you would go out of your way to hurt me like this. I just don't. I don't understand why you would. I don't know what I've ever done to you, because I haven't done anything to you. All right? If something I ever said or did in the past actually hurt you, I apologize, because I didn't intend that. And I've actually gone back over the years and I've said, you know, I realize that over the years there's things that possibly I've said and done that may have hurt people concretely because I was irresponsible. I used to say stupid shit all the time. And I didn't realize that what I said and did actually hurt other people. And I actually apologize for that because I understand that today, all right? As a much more mature person now than I used to be, I can look back at some of the things I said and did over the years, and I say, man, I really screwed up. I shouldn't have said those things, and I apologize for that, all right? But, that being said, I don't feel there is any justification for what you're doing to me. I don't know why you're sending me these fake tips. I don't know why you're trying to destroy my life and my business. You have issues. And what I'm going to say to you, I'm going to try to appeal to you. And as fair as I can, all right? Please listen to me. Go seek help. What you need to do right now, you need to go to a doctor immediately, all right? You need to go get help because what you're doing is not only illegal, all right? It's immoral. You know it's wrong. And if you don't think it's wrong, that's something wrong in your head. You're actually purchasing fake credit cards off the internet. You are hurting tons of people. They're getting these fake charges against their accounts, right? That's a huge crime. If you're ever found out, you could go to jail for a very long time. This is not a joke. This is something insanely serious, all right? You need help. And I'm trying to appeal to you now because there's obviously nothing that I can do to make you stop. I'm trying to appeal to you to make you understand that you need to stop. All right? You are really, really sick. And you need to go seek help. Okay? I hope you will. I seriously hope you will go seek help. And stop messing with me. Because this is not getting you anywhere. It's just not. This is not getting you anywhere. This is not going to get you. I'm not going to stop streaming. You have to understand something. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you say or do. I'm going to keep being here. You're smashing your head against a brick wall over and over and over. And at some point, your head's going to pop, dude. Like, you have to understand that. Okay? It's not going to fix anything. It's not going to stop anything. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to stop being a content creator on the internet. I'm going to be here no matter what you do to me. So, you're wasting your time. But you're now hurting me. I can't even get a PS5 now at launch because of you. All right? So it's hilarious because he couldn't even be honest here. He couldn't even be like, yeah, you know what? You got me. That was me. I sent you a couple tips overnight or whatever, and, you got me red-handed. All right, fair. He couldn't even admit it, So, it is what it is, guys. I have to keep my eye on everything today. I have to make sure that any tips that come in are real, because chances are a lot of them won't be. All right? Chances are this is going to be a person who's going to likely continue to hurt me, despite the fact that, again, I have no idea who this person is. And I don't know why they would go out of their way. But isn't it funny that I'm talking about this on pre-stream, explaining the situation today of why I can't get a PS5 at launch, and the person's here still doing it, right? Okay. Anyway, let's continue. So Timbo Slice cheered. He said, when you order Call of Duty, you need to get the $69.99 version, because that is the version that has the free PS5 upgrade. Fair enough. I thank you, Timbo, for telling me that, because I definitely want the version that's going to allow me to play the PS5 version if and when I ever get the PlayStation 5. Thank you very much for that. I will do that, and I will get that version. I mean, I would have had to get that version for PS5 anyway, the $670 version, so I might as well just get it now, okay? Jack I Thug took me $1.30 and said, you can go to Target or Walmart when they open tomorrow. That's what I'll be doing. They'll have units available. That is completely incorrect. Jack I Thug, do not do that. There are no PS5s available for open sale tomorrow at a physical store. Sony has said so. They said because of COVID, there are absolutely no PlayStation 5s that will be for open sale at a physical store. If you're going there, not only are you going to waste your time, you are going to potentially get sick or spread sickness when you don't need to take that risk. Okay? So please, do not do that. All right? That would be incredibly bad. You have been completely misinformed here on the situation, and I don't want you to go to the store tomorrow. That would be very, very bad. All right? The only things that are going to be available, just so you guys know, if you pre-order during the date, Walmart is doing this thing where every 3 to 5 hours, they're going to have waves of pre-orders. Okay? So the way it's going to happen is they're going to be doing, I think they were noon. They're going to do a wave online of pre-orders, and then another 3 hours later, another wave of pre-orders. So it's going to give people a chance to try to go to the Walmart website when those pre-orders go live. And if you do get it, then you can go to the store and pick it up if it's in stock. But that's it. If it's not in stock, you're still waiting anyway. But there are no physical units available for purchase at any retail store. Sony outright said it the other day. They said, don't do it. Don't go to the store. You're wasting your time doing that. Okay? So please don't do it. I don't want anyone going to the store risking getting sick or, wasting their time. You're not going to get a PS5 that way. Okay? Okay. Diocletian gifted us up to G Legend. Thank you, Diocletian, and congrats, G Legend. Appreciate that. Turgid Banana resub for 9 months, and I'm sorry things are hard right now. I asked my mom for an increase in my allowance. Hilarious. Gee, thanks, Turgid Banana. I really need those kind of jokes right now. I appreciate that. Snow Carl tipped me $1, and he said, I'm sorry to hear about the Amazon situation. You have a large following of dedicated fans who will never abandon you and watch you play whatever, wherever, so you'll be fine, Phil. And again, Snow Carl is correct. I know that. I know from earlier this year that people are going to support me no matter where I go or what I'm doing. It just sucks that, I know there was a large group of people who wanted to watch me do this at launch, and I know those people will now go somewhere else. And that sucks. I am going to 100% be negatively affected by this weekend. I am going to make way less money than I would have. I will have way less attention on my streams than I should have, and I did nothing wrong. It's because of this person who's been messing with me all along. Old McLeod cheers says the headset can be used on PS4. Yes, but not wirelessly, right? From what I understand, the only thing it'll sync with is the PlayStation 5 wirelessly. So what's the point of using it otherwise? I don't even see a point, right? Keep in mind, on my PS4, it would have to be hooked into my receiver from the Astros, right? I think. I guess if it shows up tomorrow, great. I'll mess with it. We'll see. Okay. One God, one Jesus. Tip me $5. Thank you for the $5 tip. One God, one Jesus. I don't talk religion on my streams either, but I appreciate the contribution. Frog Detective cheers. This is Twitch is owned by Amazon. Can Twitch help me? No. Horatio Razalon did a 200-bit cheer. He says, this could be a deliberate change by Amazon. They confirmed to many orders that they knew they couldn't deliver on Thursday. They had to find a way to delay orders in a nice way. For example, bumming people back for changing their payment method. Sneaky but effective. That's exactly right. No, Horatio, that's exactly what I expect. I think Amazon knew there was no way they could deliver all the PlayStation 5s on launch day. It's not that they don't have them. It's that there was no way they could actually physically deliver all these PlayStation 5s on launch day. So what they did is they had a situation where, how do we do this? Well, if someone changes anything with their order, bump their order. And the excuse is that they changed something in their order. Now, does that make sense? No. You shouldn't punish someone for putting in accurate information into their order. Things change on a daily basis with payment methods and the like, especially with businesses. You may have to use one card, different business charge. This makes no sense at all that they would do that, but that definitely happens. That definitely happens. Zav1 tipped me $1.30, and here we go. He's one of the people who absolutely insisted I could have transferred money to my PayPal account from my bank account right away. Not the case at all. As I've already stated on this pre-stream, I tried doing that. It does not work. The debit card has a very big limit on how much you can transfer over. When I had over $1,000 in the red on my PayPal account, I tried to transfer it over. They only let me do like $170. That was it. So, not correct. Chipe resubscribed for 24 months. Thank you for 2 years of ongoing support, Chipe. I appreciate that. That Indie Glow did 100-bit cheers to seriously fuck PayPal. Even my girlfriend quit using it for her business. It sucks. It just seems like, sadly, PayPal is set up as something to defend people or protect people, all right, who use it to buy and sell on eBay. And that's it. They really don't care about anything else. If you buy and sell on eBay, there's protection, seller protection in place there to prevent fraud. And outside of that, there are zero protections in place for anyone. And there's fees and all kinds of shit that they get. They make a lot of money on PayPal. Don't get me wrong. They make a lot of money on that business for nothing. So, again, until this particular person started breaking the law on a daily basis using stolen credit cards, this was not an issue. It was only once this person began to do that I got screwed over, basically. Golden Colts cheers. He says, sorry for your trouble. Stay strong. I'm going to do my best, dude. I'm seriously going to do my best. I'm going to try to stay strong and be here and do what I do. Frog Detective cheers. Back when you were banned for fake DMCA on emotes, you said the job has been the most stable thing ever. But between DMCA, chargeback trolls, Amazon screwing you over, and God knows what else, it doesn't seem to be the case. But again, you do realize this is all the same person. The false DMCAs, the fake tips, losing the Amazon pre-order is the same person. This one person. Until this person, things actually were pretty good. This year was going great, right? This year was great with the best streak going and everything. This one person, whoever they, again, I don't know who they are. They have something wrong with them that they're so obsessed with me that they would go this crazy doing this shit. Tasty Swamp Butt cheered. It's a positive vibes only. Thank you. Shuey701 cheers. Says, hey man, I know Walmart, Target, and Best Buy are doing order online, pick up in store tomorrow. It'll be limited but not impossible. Don't worry, you have to come back from way worse. Stay resilient. It's the lottery, Shuey. It is. That would be the chances of actually getting a PlayStation 5 via that method is probably like a 1 in 500,000 chance. There will be, no exaggeration, hundreds of thousands of people trying to get those PS5s. They will not be readily available. Okay? Randy O. Butternut tipped me $20 and is the top tipper of the day. He says, I'm at home for some COVID cases popping up at work. PS5 or not, I'll be here watching the streams. Thank you, Randy. I appreciate the support. And I hope that, by the way, you're safe. And, oops. I hope that you don't get sick. I hope that everyone at your job stays healthy. This is a horrible situation for everyone. And it'll be good to see you over the weekend. Thanks for the support. One God, one Jesus. Tip me $5. I pray for you. You need Jesus. I mean, at this point, I need some kind of divine intervention. I seriously do need some kind of divine intervention to stop this because I have no defense against this kind of stuff. It's one thing if it's trolling. Okay, someone made a trolling video about me. Someone's slandering me on the internet. There's going to be some fools who believe it. Some won't. Who cares? Sometimes you can even say any publicity is good publicity. There's been people who over the years have said, I came and checked out Phil for the first time because of that kind of stuff. There is zero positive to come from what's going on with me right now. There's blatant fraud and fucking with me. There's zero positive to ever come of it. So, last Rambo cheers. Would you revisit No Man's Sky on PS5? No. Does Skidmark... Oh, hold on a second. No. The Skidmark kid cheered and says, when are you going to waterboard Phil Drastic? I'm not going to waterboard him. I've already exposed him. That was enough. And now we see what happens today. Chances are, one of two things will happen. Either this person will actually look at themselves and say, damn, what am I doing? Why am I doing this to Phil? I don't know who what relationship this person has ever had with me. Why are you doing this to me? And they'll just move on and do something else with their life that's better. Or they'll continue to do it. So I got to keep an eye on it. We'll see what happens today. Murdoch tipped me $50. Says, sorry the BS keeps happening to you. I'll still be watching your unboxing of the PS5. I didn't get one either, by the way. My pre-order got mysteriously canceled. Oh, really? Murdoch, where did you pre-order from? That's terrible. I'm really sorry to hear that. Chances are, I'm not getting this on Monday either. So don't feel too bad, but I feel awful that your pre-order got completely canceled. What business was that completely canceled your pre-order, dude? That sucks. Amazon Germany, he says. What the fuck? Why did they can't... Oh, my God. I wonder how many horror stories we're going to have of this now. Right? Pfft. How many people are just going to have their orders canceled for no fucking reason, man? Thank you, Murdoch. I appreciate that. HPC Killer123 cheers. Says, get him out of here, Phil. Welcome to Band World. Diocletian gifted us up to Jay Jenner UK. Thank you, Jay Jenner. Or thank you, Diocletian. Congratulations, Jay Jenner. HPC Killer123 cheered again. He said, keep up the good work and fuck the haters. Thank you. Darren RJS. No, RJ. Yeah, Darren RJS. Resub for 3 months. He says, I really hope you get a PS5 tomorrow. If not, that you'll have it soon. Fantastic detective work on catching that tipper. Yep. Because I can see all that shit behind the scenes. I'm not stupid. It's just that I'm not going to sit here every day micromanaging that shit every tip. I'm streaming. I'm trying to do a stream, right? Jad F tipped me $6.90. Says, I was electrical and saw Jim Bob venting. He is sus. Eject the imposter. All right, sounds good. With that tip, Jad F, we have now hit the tips goal for today's stream. So, if we can get a poll going for what vest I will wear when we actually begin with gameplay, I would appreciate that very much. Ugly Tuner Roll tipped me $1. So what about Radio Shack? Well, if I can go back in time to when Radio Shack still existed, maybe. But I'm pretty sure they're not going to have any today. I am JCL Gaming. Resale for 6 months, 8 months total. He says, I've been locked down for a week or two because of my positive COVID. Oh, man. Is this virus a joke? Keep up the entertainment for us? I don't know if he's saying this virus is no joke or this virus is a joke. It kind of cut off or the didn't type right. But I am JCL Gaming. I hope you're all right. I hope you're safe. And I hope you get better quickly. And I hope that you don't have lingering things because of this. Feel better, man. Okay? Ninstar Rune Cheers says, how did you get the DMCA policy update from Twitch? Yes. And essentially all it is an apology. Saying they didn't realize that the DMCA changes were going to hit so many people in such a huge way. Don't stream music and delete all your video on demands. That's literally all it really says. It's like a giant email, 50 billion words, and that's all they're saying in the email. That they can't fix it. Airman T Cheers says, have you considered buying a Walmart PS5 and returning an Amazon one? No, I'm not going to get a Walmart PS5. I told you, the chances are, it would be like the lotto. Winning the lotto. That ain't going to happen. Ashen G Forever has tipped me $15. Says, I'm a viewer of a year. You're an awesome streamer. Did you know earlier this year the Yakuza video game song Dame Dane became a popular meme? No, I did not know that. I purposely was not following along any Yakuza news because I wanted to avoid spoilers. This game has actually been out since January in Japan. So, yes, I did wear the Platinum vest yesterday. Platinum would not be eligible. So we're going to have to do a second poll, I think, because this poll has Platinum in it. Yeah, I wore Platinum yesterday, so Platinum is not eligible. It's everything else. Thank you, Ashen G Forever, for the tip. Alfred Aponte also tipped me $2.30. We got your back, Phil. Take care. Thank you, Alfred Aponte. I appreciate that. Spartan King Cheers says, Phil, if that stream chatter didn't give us the link, we wouldn't even be thinking about getting the PS5 anytime soon. You're right. Sucks your plan was delayed last second, but we came real close to not getting one at all. So I'll show up for the unboxing, even if it's on Monday. Thank you, Spartan King. And by the way, Spartan King, congratulations on getting a PS5 via that link. Congratulations to anyone who was here that night for the Arkham City stream and you got the PS5 or pre-ordered because of it. Even though I'm not getting it, I'm happy that you guys got it. What I can say is that that's awesome that the sense of community that we have here on my streams positively benefited the community in general, that people were able to get the console that couldn't get the pre-order in otherwise. That's really awesome. I feel very happy about that. So congratulations. Ruby Atomic Cheerty says, don't let this fucker bring you down. You've been through much worse. You stayed on top. This is what happens when children are raised with no attention. They grow up to do anything to get it. See, I don't know. I honestly, again, it would be one thing if I knew who this person was. Oh my God, this is someone who feels really hurt in the past. I don't know who this is. This is someone completely anonymous, most anonymous possible person, right? And they're messing with me so badly. They really want to hurt me to be doing this. Why? Right? And the fact that as I'm explaining to you guys the situation, they did it again on the stream. As I'm streaming, they did it again on the stream. Just shows that this is someone who has no empathy at all. They have no way to feel these emotions that normal humans have. That is illness. That means they need help. So I seriously hope that they take it to heart. Let me put it this way. If this person walked away right now and left me alone forever, all right, completely left me alone, never bothered me again, no fake tips, no DMCA claims, nothing, just walked away, I would say, clean slate, have a nice life, goodbye, and I wish you luck. I really would, because I don't hold grudges. But is this person big enough, smart enough, intelligent enough to realize what they're doing is so wrong, to learn and say, okay, I messed with Phil, now I've actually really hurt this guy because he can't even cover PS5 at launch because of me. I guess I see what's happened and now I'm going to move on. Are they big enough to do that? Are they a big enough person, right? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Let's see here. Hodor Tar did a 50-bit cheer. He says, have you considered a lawsuit against a criminal ring who's screwing you? There's no way to do that. Do you know what I mean? The only people who actually have information about this that maybe could do an action with it would likely be the credit card companies. It would likely be them. They maybe could do something. All right? Me, I don't feel what power do I have? I have no information at all. Zero information. And because of that, I what could I do? If I contact the authorities and they're like, okay, so what information do you have? Well, I have a PayPal statement. Wow. Okay. Great. That's nothing to go on, right? We have a Twitter account that the guy posts to or whatever. Wow. Okay. So red vest is one. I'll be wearing the red vest today. Yes, red vest will be what I wear on stream today. Tripe hit me $1.30. It says, Jesus Christ. I mean, yeah. I'm just as exacerbated at the situation as you are. I'm just as exacerbated. I feel exactly the same way. Well, I received a $20 tip from Nick, but this was an express checkout tip. So I have absolutely no idea if this is real or not. And there's no way for me to confirm or deny if it's real because it's just a name, Nick. I'll count it, but I guess we'll see what happens. But thank you. If this was legit, thank you, Nick, for a $20 tip. I appreciate that. Darkside Krill cheers that we'll be queuing up to get the PS5. There's nowhere to queue up to get the PS5. Doesn't exist. It's online ordering only. Pleasant View 14 did a 201-bit cheer. Thank you, Pleasant View, for the cheer. Swag Donald's cheered 100 bits. Says, hopefully things work out. I genuinely appreciate your streams, dude. Thanks. You're welcome. And thank you for the support. Jimbo Slice cheer said, first, it was Xbox Series X's being delayed until December 23rd, and now Amazon issues with payments on PS5. Amazon always has pretty bad billing systems. This gives a bigger issue is why I'm sure they sent out that email in September about no guarantee on launch day. That is absolutely correct. They wanted to cover their butts. That is exactly why they did it. They were trying to cover their own butts, and I'm not shocked. LP101 tipped me $1 and says, quick update for my tip yesterday. I didn't pull them. Oh, I'm not reading that. You're being stupid. You made a stupid, dumb joke yesterday, and I didn't read it. Now he's trying to do a follow-up. Well, thanks for the tip. Ugly Tuna Roll tipped me another $1.50. He said, the Radio Jack joke was tasteless, but all jokes aside, I hope you get it soon, if not tomorrow. Just sooner rather than later. Thank you very much, Ugly Tuna Roll. Ninstar Rune Cheer, he says, go to Target to get a PS5. No one ever goes there. Check Office Depot for some reason they have electronics. Ninstar Rune, they're not selling. Right? They are not selling physical PS5s in stores. You have to pre-order it online. I don't know how many times I have to say this on the pre-stream. Darkside Krill Cheers says, do you ever prefer chicken liver parfait or chicken liver pate? Oh, they're both great. LB101 did 2 other dollar tips, but they're almost identical. He basically says, hope you feel better. The UK actually has to wait till the 19th to get it anyway. That is correct. You know, in the UK, you guys have to wait an extra week for absolutely no reason. But again, that's a reason why people were happy that I was getting it at launch, because they wanted to watch me cover it at launch, because they couldn't get it, you know, and now I'm not getting it. So, all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the support this morning. I got to use the bathroom really bad. I'm going to take a break, and when I come back, we're going to start with Yakuza Like a Dragon. Looks like we're going to get 3 hours of gameplay in today because of the delay. Sorry for that. I mean, obviously the pre-stream was super long. I had to explain the situation. I got to hope for the best today. I got to hope that this person who's been actively trying to hurt me so much won't do it anymore. I've tried to appeal as nicely and honestly to them as I can on this pre-stream, and I hope that they will take it to heart and stop with this, because now they have actually irrevocably hurt my business, because I can't cover PS5 at launch because of them. So I hope they'll stop. All right? HBC Killa did 100-bit cheers. Did you see the video of someone's Xbox Series X smoke coming out of it? I did not. Darkside Krill cheers said you can get one from Walmart. You cannot. All right. Ladies and gents, break time. I shall be back. See you in a few.